You are sitting across from a woman you truly care about and the vibe is perfect. The tension is thick, the air is charged. You want to show her affection, to bridge that final gap. So you lean in, look her deeply in the eyes and say, "I missed you, baby." In your mind, you are being sweet. You are being a good man. You are doing exactly what every movie, song, and social norm told you to do. But I want you to watch her micro-expressions closely in that specific moment. Did her eyes lose that playful spark? Did she lean back just a fraction of an inch? You did not realize it, but in that 1 second, you did not build a connection. You dissolved the tension. You traded your mystery for predictability. You surrendered the high ground. Today, I am going to show you why baby is the ultimate attraction killer and reveal the forbidden nickname strategy that bypasses her logic and hits her subconscious like a lightning bolt. Most men are taught that being a provider of constant, unyielding affection is the only way to a woman's heart. You have been told that reliability is the same thing as desire. So you text her, "Good morning, baby." You call her honey or sweetie every time she does something minor. You give her 100% of your emotional availability, thinking that the more you give, the more you will get. And what do you get in return? She starts taking longer to reply. She is suddenly busy this weekend. The spark she felt in those first few weeks is flickering out. Why? Because you have become a soft couch. You are comfortable, you are safe, but you are boring. By using the same tired labels every other man has used since high school, you have filed yourself under the nice guy category. You have surrendered your masculine frame, and nothing dries up desire faster than a man who has no edge. What if I told you that by saying less and using different words, you could make her replay your voice in her head for days on end? We are not just talking about clever nicknames here, we are talking about emotional polarity. This is the magnetic pull between the masculine and the feminine that requires contrast to exist. Grounding our strategy in the Stoic principles of Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus, I will teach you how to reclaim your power. You will learn to stop chasing her validation and start commanding her attention. By the end of this video, you will have a psychological toolkit that flips the script, making her the one wondering where she stands with you. Attraction lives in the gap. It lives in the unknown. It lives in the space where she has to wonder what you are thinking. When you call her baby, the gap is closed. You are essentially telling her, "I am yours, I am sold, I am fully conquered, and there is no more mystery for you to solve." Scientifically, this is tied to the dopamine factor. Statistics from neurobiological studies show that the human brain releases significantly more dopamine during unpredictable rewards than predictable ones. In fact, some studies on intermittent reinforcement show that dopamine levels can spike by 200% to 300% when a reward is uncertain compared to when it is guaranteed. If she knows exactly what you are going to call her, and she knows your affection is always available at a 0% discount, she stops getting that hit of excitement when you speak. Her brain effectively shuts off its search for you. Think of the human brain like a biological machine wired for survival and discovery. Thousands of years ago, our ancestors had to ignore the familiar to focus on the new, the uncertain, and the potentially dangerous. When something becomes predictable, the brain filters it out to save energy. This is why you do not notice the hum of your own refrigerator until it suddenly stops. When you become the baby guy, her brain literally filters you out. You become background noise in her life. But when you introduce a forbidden nickname, you trigger what psychologists call the orienting response. You force her brain to wake up, to recalibrate, and to pay attention to you with a renewed sense of curiosity. Marcus Aurelius taught us that the soul is dyed by the color of its thoughts. Our internal state colors our external world. If you use baby out of a need for security because you are afraid she is slipping away, she feels that underlying neediness. It is an invisible scent you are radiating. A Stoic man, however, speaks with intention. He does not use words to fill the silence. He uses them to define the moment. Seneca once wrote that he who is everywhere is nowhere. When your affection is everywhere, when it is sprayed indiscriminately like cheap perfume, it means nothing. If baby is a wet blanket that smothers the flame, the forbidden nickname is pure oxygen. One kills the fire, the other makes it roar. Stoicism is not about being an unfeeling robot. It is about being a master of your impulses. We all have them. You feel that nervous urge to call her something sweet, just to make sure she still likes you. That is an impulse born of insecurity. The Stoic man notices that impulse, he smiles at it, and he chooses a different path. He chooses the path of restraint. Epictetus taught us that no man is free who is not master of himself. If you cannot control your urge to seek her validation through cute words, you are not leading the relationship. You are being led by your own anxiety. You must understand that a woman's desire is like water. If you try to grab it with open, desperate hands, it slips through your fingers. But if you become the vessel, the steady, unmoving container, the water stays. Instead of labels of endearment, I want you to use labels of energy. Let us look at the word trouble. It is a simple word, but it carries immense weight. It implies she is a challenge. It suggests you see her mischievous side, the part of her she does not show to just anyone. Most men are scared of a woman who has an edge, a woman who is a little bit difficult. They try to tame her with sweetness. But when you call her trouble, you tell her that you are not just unafraid of her fire. You are amused by it. You are signaling that you are big enough to handle whatever she throws at you. Or consider the label Little Storm. This is a powerful tool for a woman who is experiencing an emotional moment or acting out. If she is venting or being dramatic and you call her baby, you are coddling her like a child, which kills the sexual tension. But if you call her Little Storm, you are acknowledging her intensity while simultaneously positioning yourself as the calm center of the cyclone. It says, I see your chaos, I see your power, and yet it does not move me 1 inch. Then there is the brat. This one must be used with a smirk and perfect timing. It creates push-pull dynamics. It is a tease that suggests she is misbehaving, which instinctively makes her want to earn your good side again. You are no longer worshipping her at the altar. You are the one deciding if she is being good enough for your attention. Let us look at a deeper example. Imagine a man named Mark. Mark is dating Sarah, a woman who is brilliant, beautiful, and used to getting exactly what she wants from every man she meets. For months, Mark has been the perfect boyfriend. He calls her baby every morning. He tells her how beautiful she is every hour on the hour. He is 100% safe. And yet, Sarah is pulling away. She has started forgetting to text him back. She is making plans with friends on the nights they used to spend together. Mark feels the vacuum, and like most men, he tries to fill it with more baby talk. One evening, Sarah is being particularly difficult, complaining about a restaurant choice for 20 minutes. Usually, Mark would say, I am sorry, baby. I just want you to be happy. Let us go wherever you want. But this time, Mark remembers the Stoic pause. He does not get angry. He does not argue. He just looks at her, waits 3 long seconds until the silence becomes uncomfortable, and says with a slight smirk, "You know, you are quite the brat when you are hungry, are you not?" The shift is instant. Sarah does not get offended. She stops complaining. She laughs, she blushes, and she suddenly becomes interested in what he wants to eat. Why? Because Mark stopped being a servant and started being a leader. He named her energy instead of bowing to it. He recreated the gap. I know how it feels to want to give your all to someone. You think that by being the most loving, soft, and available version of yourself, you will be rewarded with her loyalty. But the world does not work that way. Nature does not work that way. I have been that man. I have been the one sending the "I love you baby" texts at 2 a.m., only to be left on read for 12 hours. It hurts. It feels like a betrayal of your goodness. But I had to realize that my goodness was actually a mask for a lack of self-respect. I was trying to buy her love with words because I did not believe my presence alone was enough. You deserve a relationship where you are respected, not just liked. You deserve to be the man who makes her heart race and her hands shake, not just the one who makes her feel safe like an old pair of slippers. To fix this, you must undergo a transformation. Start with the 14-day fast. This is non-negotiable. You must remove baby, honey, and sweetie from your vocabulary entirely for 2 weeks. This is your period of emotional detox. You need to break your own addiction to her validation. You need to prove to yourself that you can exist without using those verbal crutches. During this time, I want you to simply observe. Instead of planning what nice thing to say next, look at her. How is she acting? Is she being stubborn? Is she being playful? Is she being distant? When you sense high tension, perhaps a moment where she is challenging you or being a bit difficult, that is your opening. Use the drop and withdraw. Drop a nickname like trouble or chaos during that moment. Say it slowly. Lower your voice. Do not smile immediately. Hold the eye contact. Then, immediately go back to your calm, stoic self and change the subject. Finally, you must master the pause. This is the most important tool in the silent roar arsenal. After you call her by a charged nickname, stay silent for at least 3 seconds. Do not explain the joke. Do not ask if she is mad. Just stay there. Silence is where her imagination lives. In those 3 seconds, she is processing your voice, your confidence, and the fact that you are not chasing her reaction. That silence is where the obsession begins. Remember, this is not about being mean or manipulative. It is about being a high-value man who understands the deep, primal nature of human attraction. When you lead with strength and restraint, you actually give her the space to be her true feminine self. A woman does not want to be the leader, the decision-maker, and the strong one all the time. She wants a man who is a mountain she can lean against. When you use safe nicknames, you are telling her the mountain is made of sand and will crumble under pressure. When you use the forbidden nickname with stoic composure, you tell her the mountain is made of granite. You are building a container of trust. Paradoxically, by being a little bit dangerous with your words, you make her feel more secure in your masculinity. You are showing her that you see her, you are not afraid of her, and you are in control of yourself. If you are ready to stop being the nice guy who finishes last and start becoming the man you were truly meant to be, join our community. Subscribe to The Silent Roar and hit the notification bell. We dive deep into the psychology of the masculine mind, the biological realities of attraction, and the ancient wisdom of Stoicism to help you navigate this confusing modern world. We cover the things other channels are too afraid to say because they are worried about being politically correct. Here we look at the data and the hard truths. Don't just speak to fill the air. Make your words echo in her mind long after you have left the room. Remember that your presence is your power and your silence is your greatest strength. Stay grounded, stay dangerous, stay stoic.